Hi, my name is Shar Albana. I'm the owner of Exit Factor of Buffalo. So I was originally a business consultant helping my clients to develop their companies from inception to turnkey. I became a serial entrepreneur and established 3 of my own companies. At the height of COVID, I decided to sell my companies, and I couldn't find support around me in the business community or the ecosystem. So I learned that there was a lack of support in the exit planning and exit strategy industry. I then started to do a deep dive into exit strategies and decided that if I was going through that and I had those troubles, that more than likely my clients would eventually have those troubles. So I decided to invest in Exit Factor. So now essentially I'm able to provide my clients with business services from inception to exit. I had established my Allstate insurance agency and brokerage firm in Buffalo, New York, and I loved having the back end aspect, the support of a back end with a franchise. I knew that I wanted that again. The difference is obviously with the Exit Factor opportunity, I'm retaining more of more power, within my own autonomy as a business owner. Obviously, I keep more of my profit. So this was an opportunity to kind of blend everything that I love, the back end, the support, the accountability management on behalf of my firm, as well as more autonomy. When I was looking into exit strategies and trying to build out what those services might look like for my clients, there was no other franchise opportunity within exit strategies, at least that I was trying to find with my Google searches and whatnot. They had a proprietary model. And I think that the Vortex model really stood out to me. And I felt like this is something that I like. It's clean, it's concise, it's easy to digest for a lot of these clients. A lot of my clients are immigrants and children of immigrants. English is their second language. So I just looked at it like it was something that was really, really simple and really nice and simplified for my clients. Well, I think the biggest impact is having them understand that there's options, right? I didn't know that I had options. I sold my companies at the height of COVID and I left money on the table, a lot of money, at least $250,000 on the table. So when people come to me and they say, I just want to close my doors, I'm not really ready, I don't want to do anything but close these doors, can you just help me get through it? Knowing that, hey, listen, how about we put a little bit of time, let's get this cleaned out, let's help this grow here, and then you can have a better outcome for your sale. Let's increase the value of the company first. They kind of put that, they allow me to coach them in a way. So them knowing that, okay, I have somebody who understands what I'm going through, somebody who has my back, somebody who's gonna help me get through this process, that's fine, I'll give it 12 months. So really being able to provide options has been the biggest impact, I think. Yeah, so the endorsement is one of 2 parts. The first is New York State Senator April Baskin came to our grand opening to celebrate with us. While there, we kind of gave her a outlining basically of what we're doing. And she loved what we're doing. She decided that she wants to sponsor a workshop for us, a series of workshops for us in the Buffalo area. Additionally, she's recognizing me for the work that I've done within the community and the impact we've created. This month, actually, on the 24th of October, as one of 3 Sheroes in Buffalo, New York. I have to, include my colleague, Exit Factor of Beverly Hills, for this one. So I have a client who, when I met her last year, she told me, I want to sell my company, Sharifa. I want to be able to exit, but I don't want to sell it for what it's worth right now. So I'm willing to give it at least 12 months, but no more than 24 months. And I said, that's fine. I said, what's your biggest outcome? Let me see if I can help you get there. She was like, honestly, I would like to sell to this company. And she named the company, which is a huge beauty and wellness company. And then I just opened my eyes and I said, oh, okay, that was very specific and very ambitious, but I'm here for you. 6 months later, we meet Brad in Beverly Hills. My client and myself, we fly out to Beverly Hills. We host an event, a lunch and learn, where she was able to pitch the company to a room full of whether they're investors or people who know of investors. And one of the guests there, from himself, he said, did you ever think about selling your company to X company, right? He named the company. And her eyes lit up, and then she looked at me and my eyes lit up, and then he goes, because I have a connection, actually I know the owner of the company. we're in talks to potentially have an acquisition to that company pretty soon. So it's not 100% official, but the fact that we got that much closer to her dream, I feel like that was probably my proudest moment thus far. I had a rough start. For anybody that knows our journey through Exit Factor, starting August of 2024, our flights were delayed from out of Buffalo, New York to West Palm Beach because of a hurricane in South Carolina. We drove, my sister and I drove to Cleveland, Ohio, where we then were able to fly out here. We just made it in time for day one of training. And then from there, we're like, okay, it's a little rough patch. It'll get better. It did not get better. We came back. We did our launch on October 1st. October 19th, my daughter's lung collapses. She needs emergency surgery on her lung. I had to take a couple weeks off. I was so worried because I said, I promised the team that I was going to hit the ground running and that I was going to start making sales and that I was going to start promoting the brand. So I was a little worried because in my previous work working with a franchise, they didn't care what's happening in life. Life didn't just happen, right? They didn't have any understanding or remorse or anything like that. So I still had to put up and shut up. In this case, from Jessica to Tom to Greg, everybody was so understanding. Everybody said Sharifa, family comes first. And I think that's a united franchise group essence where family comes first. It was like, don't even worry about it. Don't apologize for that. Take your time. They sent me flowers, beautiful flowers. They kept sending cards. They would send me emails, text messages, just checking in, making sure everything is okay. And I really feel like that interpersonal connection gets lost in corporate America, but it's not here. And I felt safe. And then it made me want to perform better for them. Like, no, I have to get this done. I was able to sell a $20,000 speaking engagement within my first month or two. And then I was able to sell my first exit assessment and an EF2 client. I was able to sign on right away, I think like mid-November, and I had clients already lining up. So I wanted to make sure that I was doing better for them. No matter where I am in the world, they've supported me. So I know I keep using the word impact, but I feel that it's so underspoken in business relations, consulting. I love waking up in the morning and knowing that I can provide even a glimmer of hope. I've noticed that every one of my clients, especially when they're in the process of exiting, their mind will change, or they'll want to pivot, or they say, maybe I can't give it 12 months. They're in a place where it's almost as if they can't retain hope, right? So being able to provide that, listen, everything will be okay. We're going to we're on pace. We're going to get this done. Don't worry. I'm here for you. Being able to calm them and provide them a little bit of ease in their everyday life, I think that's what I love to do most. I love to be able to provide things like hope and peace and some type of, light for my clients. I would say the best part of UFG is the mantra that family comes first. Franchisees are treated as family. They're not just a number. They're not just somebody that's in a regional partner or something of the sort. We're considered family, and no matter where I've gone in the world, UFG has been able to provide me support. Whether I was in Dubai, 10 p.m. Dubai time, I was able to get in real time messages back from the group. So that mantra, and then also I've taken away a little bit of nugget from Ray Titus himself. He usually says, if we can't do it, nobody can do it. And so I've been taking that into my sales pitches, and it's been working. Like, oh yes, I am the one-stop shop. I can do it all. No, if I can't do it, nobody can do it. So I really do appreciate the support we get and these little bit of nuggets of to help us become a little bit more successful. Yeah. So with Discovery, I think I had done so much background on the back end before I got on a call with Tom that I knew this is something that I would really, really like. I love the Vortex model. I love the concept of Exit Factor. I think I got on maybe 1 or 2 calls before my Discovery, and I said, listen, I'd like to, hear more. They got me on, a call with Jessica and Ray, Melissa, everybody, was kind of on that Discovery call. And I just knew, okay, this is it. Like, this is the company I want to work for. Jessica was so authentic and genuine. Ray was so humble. considering everything that he's been able to and all the impact he's created in franchising. And I just felt like these are the kind of people I want to surround myself with, or at the very minimum, if I can't physically surround myself with them, knowing that I'm in their orbit was more than enough. So in that moment during my discovery call, I knew that this is what I want to invest in. Yeah, so I like to let my family know my family works with me, but this is not a family business. Not that there's anything wrong with family businesses. I've had family businesses in the past, but my family can hold their own. My brother can hold his own. My sisters can hold their own. It's been tremendously rewarding because the investment that they're providing is more than any typical contractor, 1099 contractor would provide. People come in, they do what they have to do, and they leave. My sister's taken pay cuts. She's taken IOUs for assessments. She's provided so much support. She's here now. She's my impromptu makeup artist. She's my confidant. She's my best friend. And there's nobody else in this world I'd rather work with than my sister. I would say to only invest in something like this if you have the compassion to want to help people. We're promising people that we're going to increase your time. We're going to increase the valuation of your company. We're going to help you grow and scale your company. But there's no metric behind that, right? The real metric behind that is clients wanting to stay on board and engaged for 12 plus months. That's a long-term relationship, especially in this world where there's instant gratification. And building that relationship from the ground up requires compassion, requires interpersonality, requires an actual sense of ownership in what we're doing. So I would say, unless you plan on really bringing that, then maybe consider something else. But I found it extremely rewarding knowing that I'm able to make money, do what I love doing, consulting people and, creating change and opportunity for them.